Hey everyone, welcome to the 5-day Kickstart. Today is day 1. This whole week is all about setting yourself up for success. A lot of us fail at this part. We're never really successful because starting off, we don't have a proper plan in place.
We like to use the analogy of an airplane taking off or a rocket ship getting ready to launch. Fat loss is a complex process, so we need to treat it that way and make sure that we actually set ourselves up for success. So just like an airplane has a takeoff checklist, a rocket ship has a launch sequence. They've got an entire multiple day sequence beforehand that they get ready. And we're not going to make it tedious like that, but we do want to put some intentionality into getting you set up for success properly, setting proper expectations, and making sure you're set up to succeed rather than setting yourself up to fail.
To get in a bit about myself, my journey way back when, before I really got into the fitness world, is I would show up every day, do my workout, I would eat healthy, I was doing all the things, and I remember one day I was doing a Jillian Michaels DVD and I had it. My legs were burning, I wasn't seeing progress, I was so frustrated, I'm like, why is this not working? And I just started crying, and I remember telling Derek, and he's like at work, like, are you okay? And that kind of was the start of my mission to kind of figure out how can you make this simple and how can you make it work for you, because I'm tired of beating my head against the wall, making my quads burn for no reason.
And my background, I had my own, mine personally was building muscle originally that I got into fitness for. And then I come from an engineering background. So my brain, the way it works is see a problem and try to find a solution. So essentially we've got the combination of the two of us where we get the logical, what's the process piece, and then Rachel's got the motivation piece and get you hyped up to make things happen. And that's kind of how we do this. I'm somebody that really likes people a lot and I care a lot about people. And so when I see people struggling, when I see people in pain, it really bothers me and I want to help. I went through some bullying when I was younger. I had a best friend that was bullied really bad and I was helpless to do something. So that's kind of where the heart of this comes from for me. And when I first got into personal training, this was where I started, was the clients that were more insecure, that struggled more. They were the ones that I was most attracted to working with. They were most attracted to working with me. And that's who I've worked with. Everyday people. I'm not working with athletes. It's those everyday people that really need the help that we can offer.
So today we're going to focus on getting clear on your goals. So why are you doing this? Why is it important to you? And really digging deep, because surface level goals like wanting to lose a certain amount of weight or pant size are only good until you lose motivation. And so we want to get really clear and dig into the why.
Mm-hmm. And if we can get clear on that goal, that's going to take us down the path to that long-term consistency. So instead of it just being like, oh, I don't like the way I looked in the mirror, and then 2 days later you've forgotten that you even cared about that, or 5 days later, or whatever the timeline is, we want to get that drilled in and written down on paper. What is it that you're doing and why is it that you're doing it? And we also want to back it up with as many reasons as possible. So there's going to be a resource here for you to use, and we're going to fill in not just why it matters to you aesthetically, if that's the main reason, or why it matters to you for your health. We want to back it up with every possible different angle, so that one day you don't care about aesthetics, but you care about your health. Another day you're feeling really down and you don't care about your health and you care about feeling good. Whatever it is, we want to have as many different angles of motivation that we can pull from to make this something that is worthwhile to you over the long term, not just a short term, do it for a couple of weeks, lose motivation, 6 months later, do it for another couple of weeks, which is the typical pattern most people fall into. So no fault to you if that's what happens. We want to make sure that we make this time different.
All right, with all of that said, take some time to really reflect on your why and head on over to our pinned post that says start here and follow the 3 steps there. First one, introduce yourself. This is where you can say where you're from, what inspired you to join the group, and if you feel like sharing a little bit more about your why. And then, of course, make sure you download the guide just to help you out through the next few days with us. And make sure, this is important, make sure you turn on those post notifications to this group so that you can be notified when we go live, or if there's any posts that we have up for you guys as you go through this week with us.
I'm sure you can hear our 6-month-old in the background, so that's about time to end this video. All right, enjoy.
Bye. We almost forgot just to let you know what's in store for this week. So we have a special guest, little Augie. He wanted to jump in as well. So like I mentioned, day 1 today is our Kickstart formula. So getting really clear on your why. Day 2, the levels formula. So Derek's going to go through this with you guys, all about how to set yourself up for success, as well as maintaining long-term and really implementing the habits sustainably.
And then day 3, we're going to go through our adaptive rapid fat loss formula. So this is the most technically heavy day. I'm bringing in our lead coach, Bex, who's our technical expert along with myself. And we are going to go through each step of what it actually takes to lose body fat. And then also going through the process we use personally, the adaptive rapid fat loss formula that we use to get our clients amazing results, and how you can use that for yourself to get results as well.
And then we have day 4, so getting into action. A lot of people struggle with this piece because they get into that analysis paralysis where they're overthinking the things they have to do, and then they're like, oh, maybe I'll start tomorrow or next week, and they never really get to it. So we're going to help you with that, as well as making sure for the whole week that you have that great foundation to start from.
And then day 5, we're going to leave it open to you for Q&A. So any questions you have, you can ask us. We want to give you a chance to ask whatever questions you individually need, because nobody's the same. Everyone's got individual circumstances. So we want to make sure that you have a chance to ask the questions you have before you launch off on this journey.
And Augie, what about you?
All right. See you later.
Bye, guys.